Bev's Video Kingdom is intended for a mature audience. Listener discretion is advised.
I can brag your favorite podcast. Let's start this thing. Woo!
Oh, Billy.
What up, everybody? Fresh off last week's Billy Madison pod, we are here to do a draft. It is draft day.
Draft day.
Draft day.
B-Mads.
It's not Nudie Magazine Day. It is draft day.
Nudie Magazine Day.
That's not bad. Adam
like
Sandler.
that?
I like
not too
to
bad.
draft in my pants. I like to draft
Getting worse.
when I water my plants.
Does that mean if I tried it would be even worse?
I think so.
All right, I'm going to stay away from
That should be the draft order.
All right, folks, we are drafting today in honor of Adam Sandler's Billy Madison. We're going to be taking on the best Billy Madison, excuse me.
One of one.
Best Billy Madison?
The best Billy Madison characters. No, we're actually doing the best Adam Sandler characters from his filmography. We're not going to be drafting from his Cosby Show appearances or his appearances on any other TV shows or programs.
So we can't pick like the Saturday Night Live characters?
We can't do Opera Man. No.
Can we pick the goat from his
From his CDs?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
Hey, goat.
That's not the goat.
Fucking shit, man.
That's
That's
the goat.
the goat. Although I think I would be more in tune with the janitor. Mop, 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 all day long.
Mop, mop,
Mop, mop.
Well,
I sing this song.
I always like Toll Booth Willie.
Oh God, Toll Booth Willie was $1.25.
$1.25, Bishop.
Isn't that the same your mother charges for a blowjob, you dirty piece of dog shit?
I mean, that's what we've talked about. Is just the fact that I mean, his CDs were like kind of the first thing at guys our age that we were listening to that shit, and it was, I mean, outrageously funny as we were young kids. And then like I just recently, I think I threw it on Spotify. I was like, I got to go back to this and see if it still holds up. It doesn't.
Well, but I mean, what I really wanted to know was if I shared this with a 16-year-old right now, and would it be like a revelation to them? Would they be like, "Oh my God, why? Who's been hiding the funniest?"
They had
thing?
the internet. No.
I think they would still think it was funny. I mean that kind of like potty humor for younger prepubescent in the middle of pubescence boys, I think is definitely a thing.
I think we forget that they have the internet though.
But it's very much I think it's Ace Ventura syndrome. It's like it's very funny when you're in 7th grade, and then the minute that you're not 15 anymore, you're like, okay.
You were 15 in 7th grade.
You know what I'm saying.
That checks out.
God damn it. From 7th grade to 15, it's funny.
Right.
No, I mean, but here's the thing is that some of it is like, as you so eloquently put it, the potty humor, but some of it is the way that the voices and the silly delivery and all that. And that's part of what I can't, like, there are still things that really strike me as super, super funny about certain, like the way the delivery of lines, like, we've talked about on this, other episodes like Vince Vaughn, right? A lot of what he says is funny, but more it's how he says it. And a lot of times it's similar with like Will Ferrell. So for some reason I'm like, well, I should be able to go back to like Adam Sandler's delivery and still like, in those original stuff. And some of it is like we were just doing the goat and like I was kind of laughing thinking about it. But the truth is, I don't know. It didn't hold up for me the way that I thought it would, I guess.
It's too over the top sometimes. It's like, I don't know.
Songs about, I mean, at a medium pace is like, it still makes me chuckle just thinking about it. But at the same time, I'm like, he's just talking about shoving a shampoo bottle up his ass, which is okay. It's funny, but at the same time, I mean, it's his passion about it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm passionate about shampoo too. All right, let's go.
All right. So I actually went back and I was looking through some of my old CDs and I was like, you know what? I need to just throw this in. So before I ever listen to it, I went and opened up that CD case. They're All Going to Laugh at You, Adam Sandler's first like major big comedy CD that he put out. And I was hella surprised by the track listings. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I don't remember this. I feel like I would have remembered, but age and drinks and weed and stuff, like, it kind of messes with your mind after over a long period of time. So
It'll get you.
I looked back and I was looking at track 1. I was like, I don't remember track 1 being named Nate.
Sloppy Joe, sloppy Nate.
Yeah,
Sloppy Nate. That's my favorite part of that song is when he calls it Sloppy Nate.
Sandwich.
And then track 2, it was Zach.
Oh.
It was Toll Booth
Good
Zach.
day,
I was like,
Zach.
I thought it was Toll Booth Willie. but it says
$1,
Toll Booth Zach. I was like, that's confusing. And then finally, instead of I thought it was the GOAT was like the next track, but it actually said Brad. I was like, that's weird.
Same.
Oh, you button hooked me. Got a regular star back over there.
All right.
So that's our draft order. We've got Nate, Zach, and then me
That's cool. I like being in the
on
middle.
the rap.
I like being in the
We put you
BVK
back in the
Oreo.
middle.
Yeah, I like it.
Enjoy it.
So unlike a lot of our drafts where it's a little bit tougher for me, I think there's a really clear 101 here.
I'd like to hear what you think the 1 of 1 is in this draft.
It has to be.
I can't wait.
It has to be Happy Gilmore, right?
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. All right.
Happy Gilmore still has to be, I think, his best role, his best movie, his funniest.
So you're
It's
going
one
with
of the-
Happy from Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, it's one of the best golf movies of all time. It's one of the top sports movies.
I love Happy Gilmore. You're not going to find an argument from me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's my number 1, but
it's gotta be
probably my number 1, 2, or 3.
I've been I've been trying to like turn it over, and I was like, if I had number 1, is that what I would have? I feel like that's what I would have done for sure.
And I'll say I'm a big long time Adam Sandler fan. So in fact, I had for years on my bookshelf at home a sign. So actually, we're recording right now in LA, and tomorrow we're going to be actually recording on the same block as a bookstore that my cousin worked at 25 years ago, and he knew I was a big Adam Sandler fan there. And so Adam Sandler came into the bookstore one day, and so he went over, and knowing I was a huge fan, he was like, "Hey, my cousin's a huge fan. Would you sign this like whatever random scrap of paper?" And so I had a paper that said, "Nathan is the coolest," Adam Sandler, with a little happy face. And I framed it and had it in there for years, but it got like sun bleached and you can't read it anymore. I still have it, yeah.
You got to cover it in clear nail polish.
Well, where were you 22 years ago?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Living
You were
2
a
miles
child.
from you.
A child.
Happy Gilmore 101.
Okay, I like that pick, but I'm going to go with my dude, Robbie Hart from The Wedding Singer, because I just love The Wedding Singer so much. I've got such positive memories that are attached to that movie. Being a young kid, my wife loved that movie. I love it. Somebody kill me, please. The Wedding Singer.
Grow old with you.
Oh, dude.
song.
It's a good. I think I just typed Weeding Cedar.
The Weeding Singer.
Okay, that's not what I was looking for. So the Wedding Singer, yeah, that was going to get picked on the rap for sure. That's where I was going. But considering where we're and see, this just kind of shows our age because it's like
We're going deep.
the directions I want to go right now. I think are 100%.
1990s.
Yeah, I just it's tough to go further than that because that was kind of him in his prime.
I know exactly what your 2 picks are going to be.
So, of course, first I'm going to go Mr. Bobby Boucher.
The Water Boy. I mean, so I liked that movie less than I think everyone else did. And there's something about, I don't know. I like Sandler playing like a character that is capable, but like a slacker
Yeah.
better than I like somehow impaired.
Yeah, and
Sandler.
I get that.
But that said, like The Waterboy is, super quotable, classic character.
I forgot what guy. I don't even want to try. I'm going to butcher the line if I say it, but when he's like trying to come up with the saying that he's going to say, and then finally he's like, yes. He's trying to figure out like the cool way to say it. And he's just like, yes. Okay. And the second pick is, I don't often put on a t-shirt.
Oh,
but
yeah.
this time around, I think I have to. He's
the
a piece of shit. He's an absolute piece of shit. Even through the movie, he's a piece of shit. I don't think he actually gets redeemed in any way whatsoever, really. But he's Billy Madison, and it's a funny movie.
It's kind of it's his first really lead, movie role
where he just goes off.
And at the time, it's as good. It was what set him off.
Yeah. So I'm taking Mr. Billy Madison.
Oh, Jesus. There's some picks on the board right now. I'm just not sure.
I know. I feel like we're looking at 5 rounds of this. I'm like, eesh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with.
Is Adam Sandler our least deserving of getting this treatment?
No. I mean, he's got a lot. He's got a ton of roles.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go super recency bias. I'm gonna go serious Sandler. I'm gonna go Howard Ratner and Uncut Gems.
Oh, that's a fun. So I think that's a good pick, and it's totally the wrong pick if you're going to be serious, because by far his best serious role,
I'm going to disagree with you because I know which one you're going to take, and I think there's another one that's better.
is Barry Egan in Punch Drunk Love.
I mean, it's good, but I don't think it's.
I know which one you're thinking, and I know which one you're thinking, and you're wrong. Sometimes it's fun to be wrong. Okay,
I love it.
So now I got to go back to the comedy train, but I'm going to go a little closer to my own genre here. And I'm going to take, I think, to be honest, if I have to pick a single, maybe Gilmore is more, but if I'm going to watch an Adam Sandler movie repeatedly, this is the one I will watch more than any other one, and that's Henry Roth in 50 First Dates.
Oh, wow. That is not where I would go.
I really like that character, and I really like that movie.
That's on brand.
Yeah, it's on brand.
For your romantic comedy.
I actually think I'll take that. I like the movie. I'm more entertained by that movie than The Wedding Singer, although Wedding Singer is
that's
a better movie.
a wild statement right there.
Robbie Hart's pretty great.
I mean, yeah, it's like, in that movie, he's like a character that's a part of a movie versus, I think, The Wedding Singer. I mean, he just carries it. So it's like, I think that's the difference.
Okay, sure. Whatever you say.
Just my 2 cents. Not that it matters on a podcast. Zach, where you going? We got number 2 pick, brother.
I know. Number 3, I think.
Your 3rd pick in the 2nd spot.
Man, there's one I want to go with just in tribute to my kids.
Yeah, do that. That's probably going to go over pretty well with the judge.
I think. I need some stalling.
As long as you don't take mine,
moment.
just because
I
have one that.
Music?
So, what was the first Adam Sandler movie role you remember really well? Was it Billy Madison?
No, I saw Happy Gilmore before Billy Madison.
Okay, so I was a pretty big Billy Madison fan before Gilmore. Like Nudie Magazine Day was
okay.
I remember you saying that like constantly. I remember when you first got that line in your repertoire.
Yeah, it was junior high and it was on.
Yeah, you were stoked about that.
This is an easy one now that I've reevaluated my list here. I'm gonna go Sonny Koufax from Big Daddy because
I don't hate that pick, but I think it's the wrong pick.
But it's got a ton of quotable lines. Sandler is great and comes across as like he's not doing the full like dummy act that he does a lot of the time, and he's still good. I like that one.
But he's still commenting on people like
the kid
with
is
his like
great.
sarcasm.
Yeah. But he's not like full doing the baby voice the whole time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. He's not in like full on Sandler mode.
Exactly.
Yeah, I really like that. That was going to get picked in this rap if you didn't take that but I do have my first pick. I'll have to check on my 3rd pick, but my first pick here is going to be I'm going to take Pip from Airheads.
Ooh,
Okay, that's a good one. I like that
A
movie.
little deeper dive, but
And
I actually really like that movie. It's
I like that
fun,
movie,
and
too.
Pip is a funny character.
He's hilarious, and he's super like soft spoken and just ridiculous. And they fill up squirt guns with hot sauce. I'm
And
pretty sure.
drummers are the best. And I think Adam Sandler can actually drum legitimately a little bit. So
Really?
maybe I'm
Can
wrong.
he drum?
Maybe I'm wrong in that. I thought he was doing some legit drumming in that, but maybe that was mistaken.
I'm not so sure. But hey, you do you, buddy.
All right, now we're starting to jump into the weeds a little bit.
I don't even
here.
think we haven't even gotten deep yet.
You don't think so?
Nope. There's a couple real.
I'm looking at two here that I can go either way. I don't really like that movie.
You should definitely not take it then, because it's definitely the
I
movie.
know, I'll leave
not
that
the
for you
character.
guys. I'm going to have to go with, back to just kind of legit, just being funny. I'm going to have to go with the Zohan.
Okay.
You don't mess with the Zohan.
It had to go, but
No, see,
I don't love
I
the
disagree.
Zohan.
I really dislike the Zohan.
No, I don't really dislike it, but I don't love it.
It's just, it's never been. I don't know. The movie itself is really not appealing to me, and so I just can't even. I don't know why. I just can't get into it. Can't get into it at all.
Well, I took it off the board for you.
I appreciate you taking that bullet for us.
I there was one other spot to go with, and I don't really like that movie either. So I'm in a position where I'm taking characters from movies I don't really like.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm going from a movie that I really like, and that is going to be John Klasky from Spanglish,
You son of a
which
bitch.
is a really, really good one.
Dirty.
He plays, it's sort of a play on. He's married to Tia Leone, and freaking Paz Vega is doing her best freaking girl that used to be married to Tom Cruise.
Penelope Cruz impression.
Yeah, it's a good one.
That's a frustrating pick because I was going to take it.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Oh man,
Well, this time around, you can take two picks to make up for that one, so
Yep.
it's kind of cool.
And that
He doesn't even know what he's going to take for one pick, much less two. That's the biggest problem right now.
yeah, I didn't. Okay, well, I know where I'm going to go with the first one. I think. So I think with number one, I got to go with Nicky from Little Nicky.
Okay, I don't disagree with that.
And again, like that does reach back a little bit, but I think a lot of his more recent stuff is sort of questionable to garbage.
Dog shit.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
If it's came out on Netflix for him and it's not called Hubie Halloween, it's dog shit.
So I haven't seen Hubie.
Check
Good.
cashers.
I don't want to say it out loud because I don't want you to pick Hubie.
Check cashers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Well, they made him a deal. They Netflix made Sandler like a 5-movie deal or something. I don't know how much money they paid him, but it was a shit ton.
A lot. And then they should have paid him a lot. Okay. So with my final pick, we are now getting into the thin of it. It's kind of between two here. Yeesh. All right. I'm going to take Moses from Bulletproof.
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
That movie's underrated.
I like my boy Martin.
The problem is it's not super memorable. But if you know it, it's really good.
There's a lot of movies that came out that had this similar thought process at that time, which were like, we're going to take two guys from different sides of the tracks.
It's not Martin though. It's Damon Wayans.
Oh, it's not Martin? Let's cut that. Let's cut that out.
But yeah, so Damon Wayans. Yeah, I don't know. Damon Wayans is weird because he had a great career on A Living Color and then just was in a lot of movies that just didn't do a whole lot.
The Last Boy Scout was a killer.
Yeah, I guess.
Bruce Willis? Yes, please. I don't know what else Damon Wayans was ever in, but that was definitely. I'm going to look at. Well,
He's had a TV career. He's done a lot more on TV than you.
while you struggle to make your last pick, I'm going to look up Damon Wayans' career.
You guys are gonna leave me with just shit show at the end.
It's going to be tough.
There's a couple out there that are all kind of shit. That's the problem.
Do you want a trying to act piece of shit, or do you want a absolute goofy piece of shit, or do you want just how the fuck did this movie get made piece of shit?
Well, there's a few of those. I mean, I want to go. I can't go with it because it's one of the most disappointing movies I've ever seen, and I just can't pick a character from it.
You had high expectations for Jack and Jill?
Oh, bro. All right. I'm going to go just because I don't know what else to pick from his filmography that I really dug, but I'm going to go Brenner from Pixels just because my kids fucking love that movie so much.
Oh, man.
I have no idea who the judge is going to be, but hopefully they have like 9 and 11-year-old boys, and they'll be like, oh, I love Pixels. Because I have a dude at work that has kids similar age of mine, and we always talk about that movie.
It's a hit with the kids.
Yep.
I mean, it's a video game thing, so I can understand that. But
It's on Hulu right now if you want to watch it, ladies and gentlemen.
Brenner. All right, so I get to wrap this up, and
You're really deep now.
I'm going to take one from a movie that I legit have not seen.
Oh, how could you?
I don't do this
How
very often.
could you?
But I feel like I have to.
That's terrible.
Terrible. You're just terrible. You're terrible at this.
And I'm assuming that some people like this movie. I haven't seen it. It's got Jack Nicholson in it, so
Anger Management.
I want to go Dave Busnick.
It's a
From-
shit movie.
Anger Management.
So that's that. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. But I will say that the correct choice there, I think, is Paul Crewe from Longest Yard.
Nope. That movie sucks too. I mean, that movie is legit terrible. Longest Yard. Oh my god, dude.
What about Charlie Feynman? Reign Over Me.
Never saw it.
That's like the 9/11 one. That's yeah.
What about the
I never
Click
saw
one?
that.
It's a downer, but Click's not good.
Click was bad. I mean,
I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry.
So Reign Over Me is pretty good. Don Cheadle.
yeah.
The Cheadle's in it.
The
You gotta love
Cheats.
it. So that's my Donnie from That's My Boy. So
What about Jack and Jill from Jack and Jill?
both solid picks.
They're brother and sister, dude.
I mean, I never saw Funny People, so I don't know how he was in that. And then the other one I was looking at that I almost went with was just Grown Ups. But I'm like, the only respect I have for Grown Ups is that he's like, fuck it, I want to bring a bunch of my friends and just do fun shit for like 2 straight movies, and that's what he did. And I got to respect Sandler for that. But
So wait, you never took Hubie Halloween, Zach?
No, I know. I think I like Pixels better than Hubie. I mean, I saw Hubie. It was great. It would be my next pick if I had another pick.
So I haven't seen it. I meant to watch it last
He
Halloween.
goes back to the weird voice Sandler that he kind of went away from for a while. He goes back to the, oh, I'm Hubie from Hubie. You know what I mean? He kind of does
he
the,
like is like the neighborhood like militant about Halloween, like everybody's got to be like participating type thing.
But more of like, he's just a weirdo. He's like the neighborhood weirdo. And then he grew up in the town, and it's kind of his redemption story of like, he saves the town from these like bad guy, like Halloween spirit shit. And, I don't know, dude. I watched it twice. With
I
my
think
kid.
I saw on his like production that they were doing a number 2. So
of Hubie. I mean, all my kids really dug it, but we watched Pixels way more times than we watched Hubie Halloween. I'll tell you that. The only other one that I thought was even decent at all. I mean, there's some real stinkers in his catalog. Ridiculous Six might have been the worst movie I've ever seen. Blended with Barrymore was not good. God, dude, The Zookeeper, nope.
So one that we overlooked here that actually is really good, but I didn't know how to categorize it, is the Mirowitz stories. So I think it's a movie. It's a movie. But it is like was directly on. I think it was on Netflix also, and it was. I actually thought it was pretty good. And he plays a character named Danny. So that one might have been one that is overlooked.
My dude Kyle Newacek directed one that's called Murder Mystery with him and the beautiful Jennifer Aniston. And God damn, I wanted to like it and couldn't even get through.
oh, I'm sorry, they're not doing a Hubie Halloween 2. They're doing a Murder Mystery 2.
Is Kyle Newacek gonna direct it? Because I'll watch
didn't
it,
see that.
or I'll watch half of it at least.
All right, well, Adam Sandler, we gave our best effort to pick 15 of your movies.
I love you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, you're a huge part of our adolescence and growing up. And
we went to pick 15 of your movies, and we realized that you've only made 12 good movies, but it's still pretty.
If you want to sponsor our pod or come on the pod, you're fully welcome.
Those 12 movies, though, bangers.
Yeah. Give us a 5-pod deal, Adam.
He's gonna come on our pod for 5 episodes.
I'll tell my boy Dapper Dan from Glassbox, hook that shit up. Let's go.
So we're coming back with what? We're going to be judged, right?
Yeah, I think we've got Andrew Cromartie coming in the pod
Andrew
from
Cromartie?
the Rewatchables Facebook page. So I like how we said the Rewatchables Facebook page.
Fucking shit, man.
But he is an admin on there, and it's actually a gigantic Facebook group that talks a lot about movies. If if you're interested in talking movies with a lot of good folks, join up on the Rewatchables Facebook page.
Yeah, he's not just an admin, but he's always like, he's always
been supportive.
Great, well, he's got great commentary on there on movies and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, he's well known and widely known, and a lot of people respect his opinions. So I guess we'll have to respect his opinions too.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
See you in a few.
California has the largest population in the United States and the site of some of the most famous true crime cases in history. But there's more than meets the eye to the crime in California. Join Sean, Jessica, and Charles on the California True Crime Podcast as they cover crime both infamous and overlooked from around our state, while looking at the deeper history that goes beyond beaches and movie stars.
All right, folks, we are back, and we've got Andrew Cromartie from the Rewatchables Facebook page. He's one of the admins there. He's got a wide knowledge of movie facts and
figures,
trivia. And so we figured, why not let him judge?
He's got a wide range of facts and figures.
I don't even know what that means, but it's knowledge. So that's what he's got. He's got knowledge on movies, and he's going to talk about. He's going to actually judge our draft on the best most memorable Adam Sandler characters.
What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, Andrew? How you doing?
Hey, good, man.
Pretty good. Thanks for having me again.
Thanks for coming in. He's out in Boston. He's living that life, just pretending to be Jeremy Renner all the time.
So
all the time.
we've seen on the Rewatchables Facebook that you have a very solid knowledge of film. You always got very insightful things to do. How do you feel about Adam Sandler, who is definitely a kind of a love-hate with a lot of folks? Some people like him. Some people are nostalgic for him. Some people despise him. Where do you fall on that spectrum when it comes to Adam Sandler?
So, I think like a lot of people, I'm very nostalgic for like his '90s work. I think Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore are amazing. Like they're two of the best and most rewatchable comedies. Same with The Waterboy. They're great. I think there's a very notable stretch in his filmography that is pretty terrible, if I'm being totally honest. But I feel in the last few years he's done really good work in more serious roles. I personally love Uncut Gems.
Okay.
I only saw Punch Drunk Love for the first time a couple months ago. I thought it was pretty good, not amazing, but I thought his performance was really.
He's really good in it.
Really noteworthy. Yeah, he is. He's great. So I'm definitely a fan. There's some of that stuff in the middle of his career that I don't really.
Did you say already? Did you see Uncut Gems, Andrew?
Yeah, he said he was a fan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was great.
Awesome.
We had Larry Hankin on earlier, who he was on in Billy Madison with Adam Sandler. He says he does not like his humor, but he really appreciates his serious roles. He says he actually likes him as an actor and thinks that he's a decent actor when it comes to.
Yeah, he was in Billy Madison with him and plays Carl in that movie and was like, I hated his sense of humor in that.
He was like, it was actually a nightmare. I didn't like it at all.
Very, very, nothing good to say about that experience on the set. So
All right, so you were charged with judging our best Adam Sandler roles draft. So we did a 5-round draft, Brad, Zach, and I, and you got the anonymized lists. So how did you decide? How did you come up with your rankings?
I kind of, I did looked at each one, A, B, or C, and then I should say first, I have actually not seen Airheads. So
okay.
Apologies to Team 3. I could not properly judge that one, but yeah, it was basically came down to, well, for the Sandler draft, it was like the top 2, and this speaks to like his filmography. Like all of your top 2 are great, and then there's kind of like a bit of a drop off.
100%.
So
we felt that drafting for.
So
sure.
was the key like who salvaged it in the later rounds, or was it like who had the strongest of the strong early rounds?
Yeah, who salvaged it in the later rounds is probably.
I think you're right, because the top 6 are pretty self-explanatory, and then it gets pretty hairy after that, and then it's just like there's some stuff that's slightly that I think objectively you can say is better than other stuff as far as the bottom tier Sandler things.
So you kind of gave like a ABC ranking to each pick, or did you have like a numeric ranking for each pick, or how'd you kind of
ABC.
So it's like an A pick, a B pick, or a C pick
across each round, like first round A, B, or C, second round A, B, C, like that.
No, literally for each pick.
Yeah, so like an A.
Okay, gotcha.
I got you.
So the most A and the A, B picks were the ones that were going to get the win.
Yeah.
All right. So
who got last place? I want to know. I want to know.
We always start with last place.
Which team number?
I apologize, but it was Team 3.
Oh, Team 3 sucks. I agree with you, Andrew.
Team 3 included Bobby Boucher from The Waterboy.
Get out of here, Bobby.
Billy
Boucher.
Madison, Pip from Airheads, Zohan, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, and Dave Busnick, Anger Management.
So that for me, that's like a validity check. Like Andrew got the correct third place team because that's a dog shit team.
Nate said the whole time, he was like, "My team sucks. I'm not going to win. I'm going to go with Anger Management. I don't even know what this movie is, but it looks like Jack Nicholson."
That's my team.
That's what you said?
That's my team.
Oh yeah,
I said I had not seen Anger Management, but I took it just because
this is Brad's dog shit team.
He's with Jack Nicholson.
I will stand by. Aren't I?
Andrew, I'll stand by. Airheads is worth checking out.
It's worth checking out.
His character Pip is pretty funny in it. He's the drummer. He's like a man-child, which surprise, surprise, that's what Adam Sandler plays. But it's a more low key. He doesn't do the Adam Sandler in that movie. He does not do kind of like the typical what you expect from Adam Sandler. He's definitely like childish, but it's not in the same vein that you would normally see. So.
All right, so let's have it. I want to know who's number. Who's
all right? This is going to announce who's the winner, but we always start with second. We will go through the second place. Actually, anything to talk about on Team 3? Like, was there anything? How do you feel about Waterboy?
I think I would say, as far as like, in his prime, those comedies, I'd put Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore a notch above The Waterboy, but it's a very funny movie. I like it a lot.
So you think Billy Madison fell in this draft to the second round? It's the first pick of the second round, but you think
I would have taken it before The Waterboy.
Okay, so those two would have swapped.
So that was my rap. I my preference was Waterboy over Billy Madison, but I can see you can flip flop those.
Totally understandable. I mean,
all right,
it's very funny.
All right, who's the second place?
Second place goes to Team 2.
Team 2 includes Robbie Hart from The Wedding Singer, Howard Ratner, Serious Gems, Sonny Colfax, Big Daddy, John Klasky, Spanglish, and Brenner from Pixels.
So I really loved my team, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say you haven't seen Pixels.
I have not seen it.
It's a fifth round pick. It does not matter.
If I had gone Hubie Halloween with my last pick, does that change the results, or have you not seen Hubie Halloween also?
I have not. But
how many kids under 10 do you have?
Mr. Deeds.
Oh, no.
Mr. Deeds might have saved it.
Yeah, there's people that like
not
that.
A great movie, but it's kind of funny.
All right, so that means Team 1, which I think that's me, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder which team it is, Nate.
Would you like me to read it?
Yes, please.
So Team 1 had...
Read it real slow.
Sensually.
Team 1 had Happy Gilmore, Barry Egan, Punch Drunk Love, Henry Roth, 51st Dates, Nicky, Little Nicky, Moses, Bulletproof.
So you must have really liked 50 First Dates. I'm going to have to go out on a limb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, that movie is a lot better than it should be.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
should be a
Nate
really
said the
stupid
same thing.
Movie, and it really is.
Were you surprised that Adam Sandler didn't turn into an action star after Bulletproof?
No, I cannot say. Cannot say I'm surprised.
So the 50 First Dates is another one where like Hawaii is a character, right? And I that's one of the things I think makes it a better movie than it would have been, is like they really lean on that.
At one of these points, I'm going to slap you when you say, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's a character."
I didn't.
You found a peeve that you can now pick on. It's like a scab that he's going to pick at all the time.
Can we wait for you to slap me until you get something other than last place? Because on Best Video Kingdom, you get no opinions, but you get plenty of grenadine. So just go over there and grab yourself.
I do got to muzzle myself.
You
I'm not
shit
used
eater.
to this. I am not used to this.
Shit eater.
All right. So any round by round, like anything that you thought went really late that you would have taken earlier?
I would have taken anger management earlier.
That's a good call.
That was the last pick, right?
That was the last pick of the draft.
I don't think any of us
Yeah,
have seen it.
I've
like that-
seen it.
Oh, really?
You've seen it?
'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know how Zohan goes before anger
I'm
management.
with you 100%. Zohan is
I
a
don't-
dark
yeah.
garbage pit.
Terrible.
You know what? When you start digging deep into the Adam Sandler dumpster, it's like
Yeah.
at this point you're
Absolutely.
picking up like it's like a half-eaten burrito. You're like, hey, okay, here you go. This is my next pick.
All right. So that is it. I am the winner.
God, dude.
You got a W just for no reason at all.
You know what? Can I at least acknowledge? Can we acknowledge that I'm a longtime Sandler fan? I was hardcore into Sandler in the day. I told this story before. My cousin, Jeremy, he knew I was such a Sandler fan that he worked right down the street from where we are now. He worked at a bookstore, and Sandler came in, and he on a scrap of paper got it signed that said, "Nathan is the coolest." Adam Sandler with a smiley face. It just goes to show, that kind of love carries through to the draft that once will be.
And then Nate let that fade away into nothing because he didn't put clear nail polish on it like a smart man.
You can still kind of see it. All right, Andrew, dude, thanks for coming and judging for us. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate what you're doing on the Rewatchables page. So go strong there, huh?
Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Thanks, Andrew.
Appreciate it, man.
It should be no surprise to anyone that I won the Sandler draft, because I am the Sandler guy.
You have his autograph.
But I'm also just better than you both. Just
that
going to be super clear about this.
Do you think of yourself as the Sandler guy? That's kind of weird.
That's well, I have that on my business cards. Is that weird?
the Sandler guy.
Yeah. So next week we are going to move on. We had a real light the last couple weeks. We're gonna
keep it light,
deep.
right? We're just gonna keep it super light.
It's about children. It's a movie about children and men.
Yeah.
And the children of men.
Yeah, and Sandler's a man child, so it works perfectly.
So this is your pick coming, right?
Alfonso Cuarón, Children of Men. Super light, fluffy,
It's
feel
standard
good
Zach
tale.
pick.
Yep.
My dad's going to want to just skip this one entirely.
No. Dude, no. This is not a scary one. I think that everybody should watch
No,
this movie.
he
I
just
think
hates
it's
all
great.
your picks, generally.
Yeah, people are going to either really like this movie or they're going to be like, why are you guys trying to
So I actually think Children of Men, to preview it, right? Like I when I saw it last, I remember really liking it. It's just a little heavy.
Oh, no, it's a great
But it's not it's
filmmaking wise, it's
yeah,
amazing.
and it's not like it's not offbeat or weird the way that some, like there are some picks that I think we'll throw in the mix here that you have a little particular like interest in the weird, but this is not one of them. This is solid.
And it definitely is like, when you watch it, you're not like, oh, this is so far-fetched. I could never see this happening,
So I'm especially psyched because my cousin Jeremy, who is he runs the Oaks Gourmet down in Franklin Village, like the base of the Hollywood Hills. But he used to be a film guy. He did a little dabbling in filmmaking, and he's going to come on. And I gave him a menu of movies to jump on with us, and this was the one he picked. It's Children of Men, and he's just super knowledgeable, super interesting about movies, and kind of my early love for movies was kind of cultivated with him. So I'm psyched about having him on. He's going to be our fourth member on the Children of Men pod, and you're going to want to get in on that. That's going to be good.
Sounds good,
I
man.
am stoked.
It's also possible that we will be sampling some delicious olive-based spread. Just a little preview there.
Maybe.
All right. So we'll see you then, huh?
Take care, folks.
Bye-bye.
I wanna be at Beverly's, bringing me home with my movies, just to blind by, no reason why. I love this scene. Nick Nate, I can brag your favorite podcast. Let's start this thing.